Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Anime on the Rocks. I am Jack, aka Sinister Sheep, and this is on the Black Hudson YouTube channel. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and share all our videos and all that.
Wow, what a shill! Sinister shill! Sinister
I gotta
shill.
plug it. I gotta plug it. And then, as always, we have Peter as our beautiful, as the handsome co-host. I mean, look at him, ladies. Look at that. Make sure to add some, like, girls applauding for you.
I don't. My girlfriend will never watch this, but she'll know. She'll know.
My girlfriend will never watch this either. I can literally say anything.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
I can say whatever the gosh darn well I please.
I think Zendaya, very nice.
Yeah, Zendaya's very pretty. Yeah. My girlfriend
Wait,
wouldn't
did
care
you-
if I
did-
said that.
And she goes for short guys too.
Question. I have a question. Did any of y'all see No Way Home?
Yeah, we did a whole podcast on it, which you can check out.
Which you can check it out
on
right
the
here.
Black Hudson Productions YouTube channel. Link in the description. Link flashing right in front of you right now. Please check it out. Yeah, we did see it though. Yeah.
Leon did not set that up on purpose. By the way.
No, he didn't. He
Yeah.
genuinely asked.
Speaking of which, our guest today is the gentleman Snark, part of the Nerd Ent YouTube channel and such. So here he is.
What up, folks? Hi. I'm black.
He is black. Is he
I
our
think
first
he
black
said
guest?
I'm back.
He's our
I
first.
think he said
He's our
I'm
first
back.
black guest.
Did you say you're black or you're back?
I'm black. There was an L in there.
Oh, I'm black. Okay.
Oh,
all
okay.
right.
I thought you said I'm back,
Not
and
racist,
I'm like,
not
okay,
racist,
no,
not
he is back.
racist.
No, but
No.
I was like, JJ, wow, you are
Peter, stop trying to cancel me.
racist. Yo, Sinister Shill needs to go down in flames. Sinister Shill.
down with the.
I
down with
love
the
that. I love that.
agenda.
I love the Sinister Shill thing. I'm glad I know.
You're never gonna let it go.
Well, JJ,
so let's show
how
off.
you doing?
Good. So this podcast we're gonna be primarily focusing on Dragon Ball, all things Dragon Ball, all things Akira Toriyama. The reason for this is because I had COVID last week, and soon enough I will be able to go out in public or whatever. But during that time, all I was watching was Dragon Ball Z Kai and stuff like that. And then, you know, every year it's all right. The sky's gonna be blue, and every year Jack will watch something Dragon Ball. That's just the way it goes every year.
It's just the way the world works.
That and Fullmetal Alchemist.
Of course.
Okay, at least one of those are good.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
Dragon
get
Ball is
into that.
amazing.
We'll get into that. But yeah, I mean,
about that.
yeah, Dragon Ball is just a huge part of, I feel like, every otaku /
Otaku?
weeb's life. Otaku.
Wow,
Otaku.
you are a
But
fake weeb.
Before we get into
Hands
that,
Casual.
let's show off the drinks, fellas, because unlike the Anime Man, we don't forget that this is an anime channel, but or anime podcast, but it is also a drinking channel. So I got with me two classics right here, Corona Premium. absolutely.
Got him because you got
Yeah,
Corona.
yeah. I didn't even play it for that, but yes, literally
You have Corona.
put on a bunch of coronaviruses surrounding me. And then some truly raspberry lime.
Wow, dude,
Have
this
not
dude
tried
literally.
this.
What did I
Basic
drink
girl-
on the first one? What did I drink on the first one? You were like,
You drank Guinness, and then you were just like,
no.
oh, I hate
Before
this.
before that, I was like gonna drink like a Truly or something, and you're like, wow, what
Okay.
a bitch drink. And now
Because
you're
literally,
drinking.
but I have not left my house. This is literally like the two alcohols I have available
Yeah.
to me. And of course, the classic, Since Mankind Was Born, H2O. Wow, look at that.
Yes, you got to at
at
least
that.
stay a little healthy on this. You got to at
Yeah.
least be conscious about
If
your
I-
health.
If I cough in between, just know I have the Ronas. But anyways, those are my drinks. What about you, Peter? What you got?
So this was definitely not off the top of my head in like the last 15 minutes. So I got a Jim Beam, which I'm gonna pour in right now. I don't know how much to pour in. I'll pour in that much. That should be good. And
yeah,
then,
that's good for the mixture.
And then I'm gonna have some Arizona iced tea.
Wow.
And I'm gonna pour that in, and I'm gonna have what the cool kids call a Long Island iced tea. Which,
Very nice. Make sure to mix that shit.
I don't
Swish
have
it
a
around.
spoon. Shit.
Just swish it around a little bit,
Okay.
or use a finger.
Yeah, let me do that.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm drinking that. Not entirely. I might just go I might do maybe 1 or 2 of these, and then I'm just gonna drink a regular iced tea.
Make sure in the edit to slowly zoom in on your finger as it's swirling around for our
of course.
female audience.
Yeah, I'll put sensual music on once again. Only for JJ though. I want JJ. I want you to lick your lips.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, that was disgusting.
That was Jabba the Hutt, you know, when he dies and he goes.
Oh, not that bad. I did a pretty good job.
Good. Anyways, gentlemen, Snark, what are you drinking with us, me boyo? I know you don't drink that much, but let's see what you pull out of your ass.
Okay, so I totally did not forget that you told me about that. So I have this. Fresh from the spring.
Nice.
Oh,
Fresh from
nice.
the spring. Fresh from the spring. Very nice. All right. Well, without further ado, let's get into. Oh, first let's open up our caps at the same time. You already poured yours, so just take a sip.
Yeah.
Peter. Let's start with anime on the rocks. You know what? Corona's good. Corona Premium's good. Light, dog piss.
I don't really like Corona at all. Virus and alcoholic drink.
Nah, I'm more of a fan of the virus. You know, just kill off half the population. It's all good, bro. Joke.
I like
I'm
rice
not-
swine,
I'm not joking.
but that's just me.
Ooh,
Oh,
rice
you like the
wine?
classic swine flu? Very nice.
I said rice wine. What the hell?
You know me, I'm a big fan of the Spanish flu. Now that I think about it.
Oh man, back then.
Yeah, imagine can't be us. 20th century technology can't survive Corona. People literally shitting in the streets survive the Spanish flu.
Damn.
That's the sad part, Mom. But no politics.
That is sad.
The only politics we're gonna have here on this podcast is: can anyone beat Goku? I don't think so. I don't think a single person can beat Goku.
I think Sailor Moon can.
Sailor Moon, Beerus,
Sailor
Jin Mori
Moon?
from God of High School, Saitama.
Or
That
if we're
deaf
using,
kid, that
if we're
deaf kid
using,
from that new fucking show, Throne of Kings or whatever the fuck.
oh, is that the one with the stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little boy with the stick.
Don't know if I saw that.
Or if we're going by trash taste logic, I guess Goku Black. Maybe.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god, that okay. I'm not even
Oh.
kidding. Watching that the entire time, I was like, bro, this is not happening. They
But
don't
technically,
know
in that
Dragon
universe,
Ball.
he did kill Goku, and it's like, oh boy.
That's not. He didn't kill Goku because Zamasu took over Goku's body, and then he
Doesn't matter,
killed
still
like
count.
his old. He killed his old body because he just. I'm not getting into it. No, don't trigger me, JJ.
All right. Well, before we get into the meme, I would like to go around because every weeb has their Dragon Ball story. So, let's just go around and say our Dragon Ball stories. I'll start out. Basically, I started out with actually when I was very, very little. I think I must have been 5 or something, and this was during when Toonami was still around. And they aired the first Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z like right next to each other. I'm pretty sure the first Dragon Ball was first, like Dragon Ball, not Z. And it was the fight between Goku and Tien. And I was like, this is my shit. I love this shit. Like, I distinctly remember that, but not really watching it as it went along. I'm not sure why, but I remember distinctly it was Goku versus Tien. And then when I got into middle school, one of my friends, Keith, was just like, yo, there's this thing called Dragon Ball Z Kai, and it's like a better Dragon Ball or something like that. Or it was the currently airing Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Z. And I actually watched Kai up until, I think pretty much up until Nicktoons stopped airing it, pretty much. And that has been kind of my default watching is Dragon Ball Z Kai. However, yes, I have watched the original Dragon Ball Z through twice, and without a doubt, my favorite way of watching it is still Kai because it cuts all the filler and stuff. I realize that some fans really like the filler, but just me, as it's more of a dub because I'm very much a dub fan. Nothing against the sub, but I grew up with the dub. That's just how it goes.
Naturally.
And like the dub performances are really great in Kai. Frieza's dub voice I also really like, but I can also see how people maybe prefer the Dragon Ball Z dub.
Grandma?
Kai, yeah, but you know, that's neither here nor there. So that's kind of my journey, and then eventually I got into reading the manga, which is basically the same thing as Kai, or the same thing as the anime, but with Akira Toriyama's art. And I totally just botched that name. What the fuck? Akira Toriyama. Sorry.
It's okay.
His
it's
art is
sacrilege,
great.
but it's fine.
He really revolutionized art and stuff like that for the shonen scene, especially with action and stuff. Dragon Ball, not Z, that is. Dragon Ball is more of a comedy, and it's really, really good. A lot of Dragon Ball fans probably haven't even watched Dragon Ball, so definitely read or watch those because they're just as good as Z. And then I read Z, and I'm currently reading Super, much to my dismay. And as we'll get further along, once we get into the GT and Super talk, that's that's where you'll see me kind of make a turn. But Dragon Ball is in my heart, and I watch it or read it every single year. I love its flaws and all. So that's my over-exaggerated story. Peter, why don't you share with us?
I got into Dragon Ball because of my friend in elementary school. We'd play the Budokai games on his PlayStation. He'd kick my ass in every single one of them, and I'd be really upset, but I still liked it. So then, yeah, similar to you, I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai. I watched it airing on Nicktoons with my brother every Wednesday or Thursday, one of those 2 days. We'd watch it every day. We'd also watch it on the computer and cause viruses on our computer because we'd look it up on like torrent sites.
Yeah.
And like we're just full of bugs and shit. But it was still worth it.
R.I.P. Kiss Anime.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we don't condone.
It's not like
pirating.
you can't. It's not like it's really gone, if we're being honest.
No, it's not gone. You can still torrent anime, bro. There's 9 anime.
Exactly.
9 anime is like this shit now.
We don't condone pirating.
We don't, but if you want...
Make sure to subscribe to both Crunchyroll and Funimation and probably some other bullshit streaming platform because you
Netflix.
Hulu, Netflix. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it as a kid. I watched it when I got older. And yeah, what else? Like, I continued watching it. I stopped watching it for a while. Same with a lot of anime that I haven't watched in a hot minute. And then I got back into it during college, watched it all over again, and then just kind of fell in love with it again. Saw Broly in theaters, watched all the movies before Broly, even watched like the Team 4-Star version of it, like, which is a really good kind of retelling / own version of the story.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about Abridged when we get around there.
But yeah, I like Dragon Ball. It's one of my first anime. It's not up there, like, in terms of what I watched first and loved the most. It was definitely Naruto, but Dragon Ball's like right up there. Like, they're pretty much hand in hand with the first things I watched.
Okay. All right, awesome. What about you, Leon?
Alright, so my whole story with that. So, Well, how was I don't even know how young I was. I might have been 5 as well. I was probably like in my mother's arms or something, in her bed watching TV. She was flipping through the channels, and I saw this one cartoon thing flipping by. So I kind of made a fuss, being like, "Yo, switch it back, Come on, mom, switch it back." So she switched it back, and it was literally it was Dragon Ball Z, and I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it was either during the Namek arc or it was Goku versus Vegeta. I don't really remember, but right then I was hooked ever since, and that's what introduced me to Cartoon Network, Toonami, and then like most people nowadays, when I found Toonami, it was like right down the rabbit hole of a whole bunch of anime like One Piece, Naruto, all that kind of stuff. Dragon Ball, for what it is not a bad series. Now, granted, I've grown up, I've evolved, so to speak, and my taste in anime has also evolved. And don't get me wrong, I still appreciate
Boku no Pico and stuff. You start to appreciate
prison school, all that. You love it.
High School DxD, absolutely.
Yeah. High School of the Dead.
Yeah, but like,
real cool.
I actually have like the whole manga series in color of High School of the Dead. But moving on, so like I appreciate that Dragon Ball.
Lord, he coming.
I appreciate Dragon Ball for being the GOAT, for being the gateway for like a lot of people, especially a lot of 90 kids, to what got them into anime. I appreciate it for that. However, again, I've kind of grown up and I've seen a lot of the pitfalls of the series. So while I still appreciate it as the GOAT, and it does deserve it being a classic that it is, I still believe that, in my opinion, as far as story is concerned, there have been other anime, specifically shonen, that have far exceeded it. But again, I still believe Dragon Ball deserves its respect for just starting it all.
Yeah. Dragon Ball's
I absolutely agree.
No, yeah, Dragon Ball's like the godfather of most shonen. Right? Like you can't disrespect. Even if there are better shows now, it helped those. Like it kind of like helped those shows get to where they are now, because everyone kind of followed that Akira Toriyama style. His kind of how he does his arcs.
Me reading One Piece now, I'm just past the 700 chapter mark.
You haven't caught up yet? Wow.
Bruh, it's 1,000. It's 1,000, like 36 chapters.
Look,
right now, bruh.
I read all of Detective Conan in like 2 to 3 months.
That's so good for you.
And that was already over 1,000 chapters.
That's so good for you.
JJ's like, that's amazing. That's awesome. I
like to digest my One Piece. Do I.
I
like to digest my One Piece. I like, if I read something for too long or in a row with any series or whatever, I just get burnout immediately. So I like to, like, especially with One Piece, after every 100 or so chapters, I'll be like, all right, now I'm gonna read something else, which is how I found time this week actually to read Pluto. Holy fuck, like, that's one of my top 5 animes now, or manga now. It's so fucking good. It's from the same guy who made 20th Century Boys. I had still yet to read that, but I will get around to it eventually. Anyways, it's not about that. Right now we're about Dragon Ball. But what I was saying about One Piece, reading it, you definitely get a sense of Luffy definitely is an inspiration or an evolution of Goku in a way, with just his attitude and everything like that. Like, the parallels are just there, and like how the action is set up and stuff like that. You know, all manga artists are inspired by Dragon Ball in some way. Your favorite shonen is inspired by Dragon Ball in some way. However, I really love Dragon Ball, but there are some faults to it, and I don't want to beat it up too much, but
I'll do it.
I will say I more so have problems like after, or a little bit during the Cell arc. Everything before that is pretty much gold standard for me.
Yeah. You go.
No, that's all right. I don't know what y'all favorite sagas are, but my personal favorite, it always goes between the Frieza and Saiyan saga, Right now, currently, as I've just done my rewatch, it's Frieza still for me. Although I go back and forth because Vegeta is my favorite character in the entire series. But Frieza is just so awesome, and I feel like we can start from Frieza. Yeah, we can start from Frieza because that's the most popular one, and that's the one where the infamous Super Saiyan comes in, and that moment is just still really awesome and stuff. So yeah, I mean, just starting off with the Frieza saga, I mean, it's just like it's such a tone difference from Vegeta, because the Saiyan saga, like, Nappa was taking out people left and right. You know, he was taking out Chatsu, and this is like directly after the original Dragon Ball had just ended. Now, for those of you who don't know, in Japan, Dragon Ball is just one series throughout, including Z. Z is where it splits up for the US, aka the G is post time skip or whatever. So, but just going off of just Dragon Ball as we know it, like, all of a sudden Yamcha's getting bodied. Now, this was before Yamcha was really bodied so easily, and Tien was bodied so easily. I mean, Tien went up against Goku in the martial arts tournament in the original Dragon Ball. He's getting bodied easily. Chaozu's getting bodied easily. Like, all of a sudden, these, like, characters from the previous iteration. Piccolo's getting bodied. Fucking Piccolo, the main villain of Dragon Ball, pretty much, at the ending arc, is getting bodied. Like, all of a sudden, these people are just going downhill, right? And then, like, finally they manage to defeat Nappa. Goku arrives just in time, which this will be repeated. You know, secondary characters fight the main villain until Goku shows up.
Oh boy. Oh boy, does it get repeated.
I mean, the Vegeta and Goku thing, at a certain point, it just becomes like a battle to the end kind of thing. Like, both of them are pretty bruised pretty badly. Whereas, where I'm going with this now, Frieza, it was just like you honestly felt, like my first time watching that, like, how can Goku defeat Frieza? Frieza just keeps annihilating him every single step.
It was a one-sided curb stomp.
Yeah, it's like such a difference between tones, whereas, like, the Saiyan saga was just like, you know, while it was kind of one-sided at first, all of a sudden it started flipping around, whereas, like, the Frieza saga, even when Frieza's half his body is gone, he's still, like, charging, like, trying to kill Goku. Like, it's just never ending. But I've talked long enough. What are you guys' thoughts on the Saiyan and Frieza saga?
Alright, so, my take on the Saiyan and Frieza arc. I definitely do agree with you that the fight between Goku and Vegeta versus Goku and Frieza, completely different tone difference. Really, I actually did enjoy a little bit of the Goku and Vegeta fight, because it expanded both of their worldview. Because literally, the main thing with Goku, even in Dragon Ball when he was a kid, is that they always had to increase the bar. Because even Master Roshi Node, when he decided to be as Jackie Chun to fight Goku, he knew that Goku has to lose, so he can keep training and getting stronger. Which, in my opinion, shows one of the biggest pitfalls of Dragon Ball when we get to Super, but we'll get to that, is that Goku needs a higher difficulty. And when he meets Vegeta, not only does the existence of Vegeta kind of expand where he came from, it also shows that, yeah, I don't have to worry about people on this planet. Now there's, like, people all over in space now that I can fight. Where in Vegeta's case, his worldview is expanded because Goku was a low-class Saiyan where he came from. So he thought, oh, this is going to be easy. But then he sees that a low class is giving him this much trouble. Even though, technically speaking, Vegeta was still had the edge. Technically speaking, Vegeta still had the edge. But the fact that a low-class Saiyan wretch, his words, was able to give him even a little bit of trouble just blew his brain out. Just boom. So I liked that fight a little bit better because it expanded the worldview of both the characters. While in Frieza's case, even when he was outclassed by Goku, it didn't really blow up his worldview. At the end of the day, once a monkey, always a monkey. That was, and Frieza's character never changed.
damn.
Why did you get so worried about that word, JJ?
No,
That's literally Frieza's words, bro.
Because Frieza is such a racist. That
God damn, that's one of the funniest fucking lines from Broly. Just he kills somebody and then he's like, "Hello, monkeys."
That's like one of my favorite dub moments at the Goku's. Don't shoot, he's not black.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Don't
my
shoot,
god.
he's not black, dude. No.
See, what got me when I heard that was that I thought like that was like a Team 4-star, like a mini clip. It wasn't.
Oh yeah, because Team 4-Star was dubbing over scenes from that arc, so it totally makes sense for you to believe.
I literally thought Team 4-Star like took that and they dubbed it. I'm just like, oh no, this is Toei.
Nope,
that is
Chris
This is
Sabat.
animation.
Chris Sabat, the casting director, said, "Let's fucking go."
The thing with voice acting is you have to do multiple takes as well, so they didn't think after all those multiple takes that like it was just like, hey, maybe we should change the script around.
Yeah,
hey,
maybe
stop,
we
he's
shouldn't
not
say that.
Goku black, like you know.
No. Why would Chris Sabat do that? He can't ruin the integrity of the original translation.
Integrity.
Okay. All right. In the original Japanese dub, they definitely say he's not black. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of want to counter what you guys were saying about what really made Goku change. What are you? I'm working.
we don't get paid for this. I hope you know that.
I know we don't get paid, but this is to help me make a career eventually. She literally came down the stairs to sidebar. She came down the stairs, looked at the bottle, and is like, "The fuck are you doing sitting by yourself drinking whiskey?"
Mom, I'm not by myself. I'm with my internet friends.
Mom. Yo,
Tell her you're with Gentleman Snark and Sister.
No, yeah.
I'm sure that'll make her feel better.
Yeah. But like you guys say, it's Vegeta and then Frieza. It's Raditz, guys. You guys don't understand. Raditz gave Goku
the man
work.
shows up for 5. I mean, yeah, you know, you're
Raditz
right.
gives Goku the work where he had to rely on not only Piccolo, his enemy from the previous arc, but his own son headbutting Raditz to confuse Raditz, so that way he can get the jump on him, and then the fucking super what the fuck is
Super
it called?
Cannon Beam? Super Beam Cannon.
Super Beam Cannon,
sorry.
yeah. Like, and then he dies. He is dead. I mean, I haven't read the original Dragon Ball, but I'm fairly confident Goku does not die in the OG series.
that was his first time dying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
note that his first time.
Yeah, his first time. Yeah. Keep that tallied up. No, but I was like, legitimately, like the first time the audience and Goku and everyone in the universe are in the world are like, oh wait, this isn't like something to scoff at. And then on top of that, Reddit's saying like, in less than 3 months, 2 more Saiyans will come to Earth and kill you all. And it's like, oh, there's worse. And you know, you think like the big bald man is the scary one. No, he's tough as hell. Like you said, JJ, he kills half the fucking cast. Right? No, I you know what? You gotta give the Cybermen.
See, I hear you.
You gotta give the Cybermen credit. You know, the Cybermen killed Yamcha. All right.
You know what it is.
Nappa did not kill Yamcha.
But
you
I
know
hear
what
you.
It actually is though.
What?
Is that, you know, as a Dragon Ball fan playing through all the Dragon Ball games, you get real sick of fucking Raditz real quick, because every single Dragon Ball game is a recap of Dragon Ball Z, and you're like, God, I'm so sick of seeing your fucking face.
Well, that, but
what were you saying, Liam?
I hear you. I hear you that Raditz is the one that started off. I hear you, and to a certain degree you are correct, but the reason why I say it's mainly Vegeta is because, okay, what happened to Raditz? He died. When he fought Vegeta, they could have killed him. but Goku said no because he wanted that run back. You didn't hear him say that with Raditz.
Top 10 stupidest moments is like, no, for real this time, Goku, I'm not going to try to kill you. And he's like, are you sure?
Goku always does that, though. Goku literally always does that. The only time
not in Dragon Ball. Not in Dragon Ball. Not in Dragon Ball. When you were dead.
Yeah, that's true. He does murder in Dragon Ball, I'm pretty sure.
In Dragon Ball, when he said it's your time's up, Kid Goku killed you. He murked you. He had no chill.
The Red Ribbon Army, that's true. He just murks those guys. Those poor guys just working a 9 to 5.
But
he had no chill.
I mean, that can be a conversation in itself, how the English dub really changes the way Goku is versus the way the Japanese dub.
That's very true.
Because he's a lot more ruthless in the Japanese dub than he is in the English dub.
He's like, you fucking cowards, you commie bastards.
Yeah, like, straight up. Like, he's such a different, like, even, what's his last name? The voice actor for the English voice actor.
Sean Schemmel.
Yeah, Sean Schemmel.
Yeah.
He's even like, my Goku is a lot more like, I'm here to protect the planet, whereas the Japanese dub is like, I want to fight. like the way that he's directed is like in a completely different perspective.
The original Dragon Ball is set up like Bulma on her quest for the Dragon Balls. She's just like, all right, I got, what the fuck is the pig's name again? I keep forgetting the shape.
Oolong.
All right, you're the shift shaper one, whatever. In case I need you. And Goku, you're just the one who fights. And like Goku's like, word.
Yeah, but
and that's what it's like for like 200 chapters. It's like, yeah, I fight.
But and then we get on to the fight with Vegeta, which you guys are right. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, Vegeta 100% does change Goku. I'm not denying either Vegeta or Frieza. I'm just saying,
Raditz laid the groundwork.
Raditz
you're
is like,
right.
Hey guys, look, this is not the same series.
Because I think it's a full year right before the other two Saiyans show up. And
a year, not 3 months. Yeah,
this is my favorite part of actually Z rather than Kai, is because for filler they basically had Piccolo train Gohan, and that's some of my favorite moments.
That's like bro, I can't wait to talk
training
about
Gohan and stuff
like that. Gohan is the
and
most mismanaged character
yes.
in all of Dragon Ball, and I will
100%.
never ever live it down.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, in the new movie Superhero, there are rumors that he's going to be the main character.
No, he is the main character. Akira Toriyama has come out and said he is the main character. It is a Gohan, Piccolo, and the villain story. Goku's going to be a side character.
It's too bad it's in shitty fucking CG. But
I don't know why they did that.
Because it's easier to animate. It's less money.
What I was getting at before is that even during the Raditz, when he headbutts him, Raditz scans him and he's like, holy shit, this kid's power level is pretty fucking.
I know.
So it's even
that's what makes...
Akira Toriyama is sowing the seeds. Gohan's gonna be a main character soon. And then, as we'll find out,
you see that throughout. You see that throughout. You see that in that particular fight. You see that in the Vegeta fight where he has to man up. But then you see that he's you gotta remember, he's still a fucking kid. He's not like Goku where in his blood he wants to fight. Gohan's I want to read books and learn about math.
Pacifist.
It's really genius character writing that Goku from a kid, he was just always so violent. Where Gohan is not Goku. His mom wants him to read up on books. He's a much more kinder soul and stuff like that. And it's just a contrast until eventually we'll get into the Cell Saga and that's awesome for Gohan. But he's just such a different character from Goku, and kind of what you said, even at the beginning of the Saiyan Saga, those seeds are slowly being sown, and
there's something up with Gohan. When Gohan's angry, don't mess with him. But once he's a bitchy little baby, you can mess with him. He literally he gets too scared to fight Vegeta, and and then Piccolo has to save him, which is another thing. Piccolo's entire arc in the first saga is amazing, and then they kind of they don't throw him on the wayside in the rest of the series, but in the Boo arc, he's done. Everyone besides Goku is done. Yeah.
At a certain point, they just say fuck Piccolo. Like,
they say fuck every Z fighter that isn't a Saiyan. They say fuck every Z fighter that isn't a Saiyan.
Yeah,
it becomes
facts.
a Saiyan
Absolute facts. Absolute.
Especially when Goku starts having more kids, that it's just like literally fuck everyone else at this point. I guess. I don't know.
Like, how are you? Like, they tried with the Frieza arc by like fusing Piccolo and the fuck is his name? They say his name all the time in
Nail.
Nail. Yeah. They fuse together. They fuse together, and that's supposed to be a quote unquote super Namekian dub. Of course, the Team 4-star dub, but like, yeah, they're trying to like make him seem badass, but then like Akira Toriyama, and I'm guessing the editors. I know like Akira Toriyama had huge fucking issues with his editors. They were like, they were just like, Frieza's got to be the big baddie, and Goku has to beat him. So they can't have Piccolo defeat Frieza.
Right? Yeah.
They can't. So they make this awesome power up for then Piccolo to just be beaten.
However, I will say, like, the first two arcs, like, are very planned out, and then as we'll see in the Cell Saga, due to no fault of Akira Toriyama, like, soon as editorial staff is just like, Dragon Ball is too huge, we need to get our hands all over this, and that's when the mess starts to begin, especially in the Buu saga.
We'll talk about Buu later, but the Cell arc is like the calling signs of like, maybe, well, he's said on record he's never planned out anything for Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he claims his best work is when he's on the fly, which can be debatable, but like
very debatable.
I feel like those first two arcs, Saiyan and Frieza, are solid shonen arcs. Like, they are like S tier to me. Like,
and he's claimed he's on top of his fucking head, on top of his head.
which is awesome. And like, obviously, like, it's just kind of funny when you look up like Japanese culture and stuff. How like basically the Ginyu Force is basically a parody of like Kamen Rider and the Super Sentai stuff.
Yeah. You'd literally have to like be brain dead not to notice that, like, straight up.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't aware of like
as a kid,
and stuff like
as
that.
As a kid,
like,
right,
even
Pokemon, like not Pokemon, even Power Rangers, you can see it, like the stances, the colors in the background whenever they finish their pose.
That's like, another cool part is like even Riku was like giving Vegeta shit in that arc. Like, Vegeta's like, fuck.
I think one of the I've brought this up before because I've talked about it in context of what I'm writing for one of my videos that I still have yet to release. Like, the escalation, especially in the Frieza saga, is like just so potent. Like, you have the Ginyu squad beating the shit out of Vegeta, and then Vegeta, because of his Zenkai boost and sitting in a bomb tank like Luke Skywalker and Empire Strikes Back, comes back, he's like, "What's up, bitches?" And he fucking just kills them all. And then he goes to fight Frieza's like lieutenants, those two weird losers.
Zarbon and
Dodoria.
Dodoria. Yeah, like those two, like, he beats them up, but they also have transformations.
Meaty vagina.
But then they have these like gross looking transformations. At least I don't think it was Dodoria. I think Zarbon was the only one that had a transformation out of the two.
I think that was the first transformation.
It was the first transformation in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And then Frieza then had all four of his fucking transformations, plus that fake that fake final transformation. He just got
roided up.
Yeah, like, shut up. Like, disgusting. Don't even play me, dude. Don't even.
Yeah,
play
that I mean, you know, I forget which it might have been Cosmonaut, and I kind of agree. Like, how like, or maybe it was totally not Mark. I don't remember. But like when he says like Frieza's final form at first doesn't seem like much, but like it is such a beautiful design because it's just so menacing looking without even trying hard. Like how the eyes are designs are basically like devil horns in a way, and like he's just like, at first he doesn't look that terrifying. Like he's even short, right? But like he's just pure evil. And then he's like, and then he fucking ruins it when he gets roided out Frieza.
Yeah.
It just ruins it.
And like to bring it back to the idea that like this is the godfather of shonen, like this idea kind of ruined a lot of shonen shows. Like,
oh, you mean like
up.
Sage Mode? Is that what you're talking about? Or Bankais?
Yo, the 15 different versions of what's his name from Bleach? Like, why is he everything and everyone?
Don't even stop. Don't even talk to me about fucking
come on. Like, come on. Let's be honest. Like, it does ruin it. It does ruin some of these shonen, and some shonen still don't learn from it. Some of them have. It's a big. I think it's like it's one of the biggest black eyes in Dragon Ball's history because it's still going on. Like they don't know how to get out of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The transformation stuff, but it's almost like, I don't know, for me, like I totally get that, but it's almost disappointing for me in a Dragon Ball series. I'm like, oh, there's no like cool transformation.
I don't know.
Like I kind of expect it at this point. You know what I mean? Because like even in the manga right now, what's happening in the manga, which I won't spoil in case people aren't caught up, but a certain character gets a transformation. I'm like, oh, we're going through this again. Nice.
Like the only time the transformations get cool again is when Super Saiyan Blue comes out. Like straight up. That's just me.
Debatable.
Back when it was called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, which I was like, please don't tell me that's the actual name. And when
no one's going to say all that.
I think my favorite part of Dragon Ball FighterZ is that they still call it Goku SSBSS. Or SSGSS. It's like, bro, just call it Super Saiyan Blue, for God's sake.
I forget. I think maybe it was the fan push or something. I forget, but then it officially was like, alright, yeah, it's Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah, or even just like Super Saiyan God in general in the Beerus movie. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, the Beerus movie is one of the better Dragon Ball movies. It's the
best
good.
Dragon Ball movie.
Nope.
I think.
No, we can talk about that. But no.
Maybe Broly. I only saw Broly once with Leon, and I haven't
original
rewatched
Broly
it.
is good.
No, not the original. The original is actually kind of not.
No, it's and the BoJack is also pretty good. I like BoJack.
BoJack is okay. I don't like
Broly, the new Broly.
No, not BoJack.
No, definitely.
BoJack.
See, and this is the thing. This is what happens when you ruin Gohan. You guys forget how good Gohan is in that movie.
Okay, good. Yeah, Gohan is great and all, but it took him how long to get his shit together? Come on, no. No, I'm sorry.
Also, thing, with the Cell Saga, everyone says that's their favorite because, that Gohan reveal Super Saiyan 2. I will agree, yes. But then we also have to determine the fact that, again, it's no fault to Akira Toriyama, but we have to just face the facts that, like, the amount of changes to the villain is just like, oh, now it's an old guy and a fat dude. Okay, now it's these two kids. Okay, now it's this creepy Cell guy. He looks pretty cool. Now he's fat for some reason. Okay, now he's the it just like takes a turn, and I understand. Yes, it's because editorial was like, nah, we don't want a fat guy and an old guy. Nah, we don't want two brand kids. Nah, he looks too ugly. Don't do that.
This is the problem. This is the problem I have with the entire Dragon Ball series in general, is that the escalation of villains and powers, it just gets more and more ridiculous.
Yeah.
It really does. It gets too dang ridiculous. Like, I agree. Personally, I think Cell Saga for me was at its peak, not just because of Super Saiyan 2, but because, like, they were doing what JoJo does, where it moves to another character. They never stay on one main character for too long. Mm-hmm. They always switch to another one.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I thought Dragon Ball was gonna do that, which would have been a smart move. Go from Gohan and then go from Gohan to the next, to the next, to the next. We went from Gohan back to Goku.
Saiyan, man.
No, yeah, because of that, yeah. The beginning of the Buu Saga is this disgusting, stupid, great Saiyan man.
I honestly
bullshit.
think the Saiyan man thing, like, before that, the Japanese public, and this is why Goku was the main character, was like, the Japanese public was like, nah, bring back Goku. But I think what really also pushed it was definitely Great Saiyaman. They're like, if this is gonna be the whole arc.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, Akira Toriyama was like, yo, check out this Great Saiyaman shit. Isn't this
fumbled
cool?
the bag.
And everyone's like, dude, this is such dog shit. We want Goku back. Like
Yeah.
every like you know how they do in like the manga and like manga shit, they do like popular character polls.
Yeah.
Goku, who was dead and wasn't even in chapters, was getting number 1. It was Gohan was like not even cracking the top 5. Like that's like how bad they messed up his arc. And like,
well, it comes down to because I know how Jack said that he loved the character, how Gohan was that much different than Goku. While that is nice, the differences was nice between father and son. I think because he was so much of a pacifist and it takes so long for him to get his shit together, that's what kind of killed his character.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Definitely, again, like Akira Toriyama, I feel like if he maybe had more time,
I don't know
could
if
do
it's
something
time.
different than that.
I don't think time
maybe
was
it's
the
just
issue.
the man. I think it was just the man's process of where he was taking the character. Because again, like what was said before, like he does things on the fly, and in this case, this was not it, Chief.
What they should have done, in my opinion, is keep him to be a pacifist, keep him being more, the nerd type of dude where he's not really interested in fighting. They could keep that, but what they should do is like once it's go time, okay, he takes the glasses off, like he's done, like he's ready,
Yeah.
he's ready, he's
like
going
he's
to
a
war.
Superman kind of deal.
Bro,
Exactly, they should have done that.
When he goes Super Saiyan 2 at the tournament, when Vidal's getting her ass kicked, I was like,
yeah.
whoa!
That's another character. I really, really like Videl and how she's introduced and everything. And then almost immediately, she's just like, all right, now you just sit on the sidelines.
No, that's what happens with every female in Dragon
Yeah.
Ball. Don't even.
That's
you want
true.
to start another can of worms? Every
Chi-Chi
female has to
was
be
the
a
same
mother,
way.
All right? Android 18, literally the strongest woman
A
on
robot.
the planet. Would rather
Yeah.
rather get that Krillin dick than fight. Like, straight up.
Hey, he gave Krillin hair, man. I mean,
Yo, she gave Krillin hair, bro. Shut up. Shut up.
I mean,
what's he say
He
in
shaved.
the abridged? Scatter shot!
No, yeah.
scatter bullet.
Yeah. To kind of go back to like Cell though, because we kind of glossed over.
Yeah, we
it a
glossed
little
over
bit.
Cell, definitely.
Like the Cell, like as much as you guys are saying, like it is a very, very messy arc.
It's
some
just for me,
aspects.
but like a lot of people say it's their favorite, and I can totally see why. Those
It's
are
just
just
like,
kind of the things
It
that
builds
don't
the
make
lore.
it
For me, it builds the lore of the Saiyans, the characters, how they evolve. Like especially like Vegeta with like you seeing him with Trunks, his interactions with Trunks.
We forgot
like-
baby boy Trunks,
Like
Swordman.
Trunks
He's
also
so fucking
being
cool.
like the most famous, though, like probably outside of Goku is the also like the biggest character in all of Dragon Ball. Like this Saiyan with a sword who kills
Literally,
Frieza. Like, come
the
on, you're telling
the
me
only reason is because Super Saiyan with sword equals cool.
Yeah, for real. Like
Yeah.
you're telling, like he kills the big villain plus the big villain's dad and his whole
I
army with
hated
a
that,
sword.
but it also made him a million times cooler. At the same time, like I'm very conflicted about that because I'm like, oh shit, Frieza's back, and then like within a millisecond, he's just gone.
Yeah, like it's just like it just is telling like not only how powerful Trunks is, but how powerful a Saiyan can get. And then you even see that when Goku comes back and is just like he's not only still in his suit. Well, not he's in his, no, that's not happening. That doesn't happen yet. But like he goes Super Saiyan, Trunks tries to slash him, and Goku's like,
Finger.
yeah, grabs them all, like stops every slash with his finger.
Yeah.
Like-
Even Trunks is like, oh fuck.
Like, oh,
God
Goku.
damn.
He's like, yeah, Goku, you are strong enough to hear this information. Like, like it's very like the Saiyans have limitless power, and it's awesome to see like as a kid like that in that arc because you see that even though they have that limitless capabilities, you can see that with the androids and with Cell that like they're still so many steps behind their potential, and Gohan
this is,
shows
like,
that.
The last time that like the side characters that aren't Saiyans get to do anything, and what I mean by that is like Piccolo and Android 17's
17, their fight,
Like,
Tien
that-
and semi-perfect Cell. Yo.
Yeah. Like they actually
That
get to
wasn't
do
much
stuff
of a
before
fight.
Goku shows up. It wasn't much of a fight, but it was still.
It was
entertaining.
just, let me
But,
stall this out.
Just that amazing moment with Vegeta, because I'm such a Vegeta stan. Where like, does an android like yourself ever feel fear? Like, oh, it's so cool. And he finally gets to be a Super Saiyan, because I think in the manga, I forget if it's in the anime or not. I'm trying to remember, but like, Super Saiyans, you have to be pure of heart, and then like, and then like they're just like, but you're not pure of heart. He's like, I fucking pure hatred. And it's like,
that you sound like that sounds like you're talking about Team 4-Star, which is like
I think it might be.
The funniest explanation is like, you're not pure of heart. I'm pure
unadulterated
badass. And I'm just like, I mean, it's very, because like, you know, once again, because Akira Toriyama like kind of like takes some of this shit off the top of his head, a lot of this stuff doesn't match up like
that's what makes
lore-wise.
me
A lot of
upset.
nitpicky stuff you can grab. Like, but Vegeta's
like
not pure heart, so why
SLs.
does he get it?
Yeah, and he's just because he does.
Yeah,
but it's also why I get infuriated, and we won't get into the fan base until later. But like, that's why when fan base goes like power scaling and stuff, I'm like, Akira Toriyama didn't have this shit planned out. Why do you think power scaling even fucking matters? Really? Like, it's just a bunch of numbers.
To be fair,
like,
bunch of numbers. That's the whole point of the Frieza saga, dude.
Not even really.
Fucking scouters, bro.
I mean, dude, the scouters started it.
Like,
but that's only for
the idea.
That's only for the villains, because even up until a certain point, like, someone offers Vegeta, hey, you want your scouter back? And Vegeta's like, nah, I don't even fucking need it. Like,
no, because he
learned how to sense energy. Yeah, he learned how to...
Just the power scaling, over analyzing, like, it just pisses me off.
No, but you're right. I'm just saying, like, that's why. That's why people do it. Is because Akira Toriyama was like, hey guys, check out this creepy shit. Over 9,000.
Plus, it does.
But
it's like doesn't help that they still milk it. Because, like, I remember when Resurrection of F came out in Japan, they came out just said like, oh yeah, Golden Frieza has like over like 1 billion in his power level or whatnot. So like, they're milking it at this point to high hell. It's never going away. It's never going away.
It's my least favorite part about the whole thing.
I love how it's infected like other mediums. I remember when I watched Infinity War, me and my friends were like, when we got back home from like school or whatever, and like I was hanging out with some friends. We went to go see Infinity War again because I didn't see it with them. We came back to my house and we were watching videos on my TV about like Thor's like power level with Mjolnir, without Mjolnir, and then with Stormbreaker versus Thanos, and it's like he's only 1,000,000 times stronger than Thanos with Stormcaller. That's how he's able to defeat the blast and hit him in the arm.
It's like that somewhat like death battle bullshit kind of thing, where it's just like, well, technically in this continuity, and it's like, oh, fuck off.
Bro, I'd love to talk about like the Superman versus Goku video, but
holy shit! Like, when they did it twice, and
they were like, let me tell you guys why Goku still loses to Superman, but we're not getting into that.
Which he does.
But the Cell Saga, like it just has so many good arcs between the characters. Vegeta has a really good arc. Trunks even has an awesome arc. Piccolo's arc is also pretty good. It's a little lackluster, but it's good. Gohan and Goku
stuff. Yeah, even the time chamber stuff is really cool because like Goku's just like trying to push Gohan to go beyond, and like he never hits that point up until Android
16
gets his head smashed in like a sack of potatoes. And then like you see that line, which is like one of my favorite transformations because like it shows like a bird, and then like it shows like him just finally snapping or whatever. Like it's
like
one of the greatest
like the
transformations.
It's literally a break in the screen. It's a black background until it's just a red line behind him. It's perfect, and like he can't control his rage. Like that's the motif. His entire character is he is powerful when he's enraged. And sure, should he have gone crazy over a big ginger man that he barely talked to? No, absolutely not.
But
But
Gohan
he's
has
sick and
always
tired
valued...
of death. He's sick
Yeah.
and tired of death. He values
Yeah.
life over everything. And that's
Yeah.
why, like, he's gonna fucking kill
But what
Cell.
about Cell in general? What do you guys think of him as a villain? I think
he's a really good villain. I know that he's flawed because of the fact that like,
He's-
there's 15 different transformations.
He's similar. He's very similar to Frieza to me, though.
Well,
Like, I
that's
feel
the
like-
bullshit about it.
I disagree. He's see. Here's the thing. He's a villain in the sense that he wants to destroy the planet, but realistically, they're fighting themselves. And hear me out. I don't just mean in the sense that he copied, like he has their DNA. I mean, he even said it himself when they asked him, like, why are you doing this for? He's like, I don't know. Maybe I just want to get stronger just for stronger's sake. I don't know. Maybe it's the Saiyan DNA in me. I don't know. Like, that's what makes me think, like, he's a villain just because he wants to destroy the planet. But realistically, he's not a villain like Frieza. Frieza's main goal, rule the universe. Cell, you never, at least to my knowledge...
mannerism-wise, it's kind of similar. Like, I am walking slowly, and I am so fucking powerful and shit. Whereas, like, with the Saiyan Saga, you had fucking Vegeta, where he's like, I'm just a little fucking ball of rage, and I want to kill everything. Whereas, like, Frieza's like, I'm so fucking powerful. And then Cell is kind of the same thing. Once he gets into Perfect Cell, he's like, I'm just so fucking powerful. Like,
I think what makes it like
strong.
I think what makes Cell different from Frieza is that like Frieza, I mean, they both think they're like superior life forms.
That's
but,
what
like,
I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
Frieza like enjoys killing. Cell likes fighting. Cell needs to kill. Cell
there you go.
needs to
I
kill.
still think he likes killing.
Cell needs to kill so that way he can get stronger. Frieza does it out of just the pure joy of watching people
I mean,
die.
here's the biggest difference. Here's the biggest difference between the two. Do you really, like, let's be real, do you really think that Frieza would hold a tournament to give the planet a chance to survive? Or would he just blow up the planet?
Everyone. No,
exactly.
No, yeah.
That's the biggest difference.
That's why I'm saying, like, Cell enjoys the fight because it could very much be the cells in his body that make him decide that. But at the same time, Frieza is just like, yo, I'm gonna, once I get these fucking Dragon Balls, I'm gonna be immortal and I'm gonna kill the entire universe until it's under my thumb. Cell's like, Cell doesn't even care about the Dragon Balls. He can go for him the entire time. He doesn't go for him. He just wants to fight. He just wants to kill. He just wants to beat up people.
Let's actually transition that into one of the greatest Dragon Ball villains with like the greatest character of all time, Boo, obviously, because he's just so great and amazing.
Boo sucks. Shut
Boo
up.
sucks. I hate him. I hate him.
He's so boring as a villain.
Like back in middle school, like so this was before Kai
Super
adapted.
Android 17's better, bro.
Yeah, this was before Kai adapted the Boo Saga because it stopped after the Cell Saga. And then I was just like, in middle school or I think early high school, I'm like, when the fuck, like, is Boo any good or whatever? And this was like back when we were young, where like anything new was automatically good, and they're like, yo, the Boo Saga is so fucking cool, man. It's like so amazing. I'm like, really?
Well, yeah. There's
so
so many cool parts.
So I torrented the beginning parts in Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, Great Saiyan, man. There's another tournament after we.
Well, hey, look.
The
actually,
Cell
the
games.
tournament arc is actually really good. Like,
I know, but like I was just expecting like Boo, and I was just like, where the fuck is this guy? So I skipped a couple like episodes.
Oh, and then you see this fat guy, and you're like,
yeah,
wait,
and
what?
I'm just like, this is a Boo, and I'm like, and I start watching it more. I'm like, he's so boring, and then like, I didn't watch Boo until very later on.
I have a question though. When you say Boo is boring, do you mean the character as a whole, including when he splits up to a kid, or just mean like what are we talking about here? Like different versions of Boo?
Where with Cell and Frieza and Vegeta, even like you get a sense of why they want to do this, and like, you know, they have more character and they're more entertaining to watch. Whereas like Boo, up to a certain point, just because generic evil bad guy, like he's definitely the most threatening he is to me is when he's Kid Boo. Like that's when he's like the most devastating or whatever. And then when he gets into that final form, it's just like he's just there's nothing to latch onto. Like he's evil just because he's evil. You know what I mean? It's just there's nothing for me there.
I slightly disagree. But because of this. Yes, no argument, Boo sucks as a villain. But what if we were to think of it in reverse? What if Boo was to try to turn into kind of a good guy? And I'm talking about Fat Boo, not because I'll agree. Kid Boo is nothing. He's just mindless destruction, boring. If you want to see a good fight, he's good for that. But in terms of character, he's boring. But Fat Boo, in a sense, I feel like they kind of tried to lay the groundwork for that a little bit because there were moments, especially after he killed, I think, was it Bibbidi or Bobbidi, whichever one he killed at that point, and he was kind of going solo. He literally helped certain people. Like, he helped a blind kid gain his sight back. He brought back a dog. Like, to me, those were interesting characters. Like, for a villain, maybe not, but if, let's say, Akira had planned for him to be a good guy, I mean, I thought those were good character moments, my opinion.
That's a small portion, though, of the actual overall saga, until he just gets to that point where he's just a complete blank slate. Honestly, the best part of the Boo saga is Majin Vegeta. Like, that's just the best part, hands down, is when, like, Vegeta just, like, straight up murders a bunch of people in the arena, and then Goku and Vegeta just look at each other, and Goku's like, I thought we were friends, but I guess we gotta fight, and then, like, Vegeta's sacrifice. Like, those are the highlights for me in the Boo saga. And obviously, alright, this may be a hot take, but how do you guys feel about Super Saiyan 3? I agree in the dub reveal, it's awesome and stuff, but like overall, I am not a fan of Super Saiyan 3. It's not my jam.
I think if it was designed better, it would have been cool, but that's just me. Yeah,
I don't like the drawback to, like, I'll explain this. Okay, so I watched this sprite battle between Dragon Ball GT Goku versus Dragon Ball Super Goku, and I'm not going to go into a versus battle.
I know this video.
I'm not going to go into a versus battle, but there was one scene in there that I liked that could have made Super Saiyan 3 a lot more viable, where because GT Goku got his tail back, and because of that, he was able to control Super Saiyan 3 transformation a lot better. I felt as if they had added that in, it could have made Super Saiyan 3 a lot better, in my opinion.
Okay.
But because they have all this drawbacks to, it uses too much energy, I need to have time to power up before I can fight Kid Buu. Because of that, it really drags it down. I agree it could be designed better, but my main thing is its utility. That's the main thing I'm worried about, because after Buu Saga, we don't really see it taken seriously ever again.
No, and that's my whole thing too. Like, once it's outside of the Buu Saga, it's kind of not even a thing. Like, in mainline continuity, it's just like they just straight up pass Super Saiyan 3 to go to Super Saiyan God or whatever, and like it's not even like,
because it's just like,
you know,
it's
like
it's
more time is
control thing. Bro.
Yeah, it's more time is spent on like Super Saiyan than like, because again, Super Saiyan 3 uses so much power, you know what I mean, it's so much ki that like that's why I get it. But I also not a fan of the design, like one with the no eyebrows, that looks kind of weird. It definitely makes him look more menacing, but like just extending his hair is just kind of like it's weird. Like, transformations are weird up until this point, because it's either so much hair or just like a different colored hair, basically.
They should have gave his tail back.
The dub reveal is really cool. I feel like outside of that, it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a huge fan of it. I can't really explain it to words why. I just like, it's not there for me, and especially
it
because
just feels like silly.
Even Vegeta skipped it. Vegeta skipped it. He was like,
because even Vegeta said, I think he said, like, the reason I don't go Super Saiyan 3 is because it's a total fucking ki waste. Like, why waste all my energy using it? But like, outside of, because like he says it, like, what is it? When Trunks is fighting him in Super, like when he's like, why don't you go Super Saiyan 3 like Goku? He's like, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'd rather just go.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'd rather just go blue and use a better.
But that's
form.
what I mean. Like, the transformation now just seems like, I'm just gonna skip that. So it just feels kind of useless now, I mean, especially.
Yeah, and Leon's like right. Based on, I watched that exact same video that we were talking about. Like, the whole point that he's able to use it a lot more in GT is because he has his tail. The tail allows him to have better key control or whatever the fuck, whatever excuse they came up with. And whereas like in Boo and then in the Super series, like they can't sustain all that ki. That's why like Gogeta Blue can't be around for more than like 5 minutes. That's why Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 can't be around for 5 minutes. Same with like it's just all this ki expended. Like you're expending so much ki, and it's a waste to use it. But also just like as much as like that matters on the surface level to get people invested, it needs to look cool. It does, and it doesn't look cool. It just doesn't look cool.
No,
you don't like as a kid. Sure, it looks fun. Anything looks cool to you.
My favorite thing is like I was looking up when I was a kid. You know, I would look up all these Dragon Ball figures. I'm like, oh my god, Dragon Ball figures. And I remember like the Goku 3 one. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to pose this shit. And then I looked, and there's a stand for the hair because otherwise the figure would just fall.
Yeah, fall over.
Because of the hair. I'm like, oh, this is like completely worthless. Like, fuck this.
Yeah.
How am I gonna play with this? Are you fucking
like,
serious?
Like straight up, why do you think people love Super Saiyan 4 so much? Because it looks
Super Saiyan.
cool.
I love Super Saiyan 4. It looks so dope.
Cool.
Literally the only thing GT ever did right.
Like it just looks awesome. It's probably the best transformation, probably out like in contention with Ultra Instinct. At least for me, I like Ultra Instinct a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I know there's a lot of people that don't like it as much because they're like, technically it's not a transformation, it's a technique, which I guess is correct in a way. But come on, dog.
No. Okay, first off, it was supposed to be a technique, but they turned it into a transformation. So it is what it is.
It was just so cool. Like, why even?
Like,
bother?
come on.
I more don't like Ultra
Instinct. He just screams and he's like, and then it's just really quiet in the stadium, and the fucking Ultra Instinct theme comes on, and he's just standing over, holding this Beerus Blast.
Yeah, my favorite shit
personally
is when
just don't like it because it's an asshole.
Yeah, I forget who it is, but some dude is trying to blast him, and he's literally just like walking away from the beams, like not even at full speed, just like a walk.
It was
so
Topo.
Cool. Yeah,
Topo was firing.
That's dope. But does anyone want to say anything about the Buu Saga? Overall, underwhelming. And the manga ending of the, I think the anime ending is similar. It's just kind of.
Do more with Oob.
Kills,
right.
Yeah, they mention him briefly at the end of Super, or towards the beginning of the Tournament of Power arc. They mention it briefly.
And they also this isn't really a spoiler for the manga, but in that planet arc, that Planet Eater arc, he was also shown then too. Oob.
I will say the I can't remember because I've only read the manga through once or twice, but like the stakes for the Buu Saga toward the very end are very fucking high, and that's what I will say. Like it's pretty fucking extreme. But besides that, like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't care about extreme.
Yeah.
It was too high.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. It was way too high.
Like
because you blew up the planet.
Works.
Like, because to be fair, in Buu they failed.
Yeah,
you blew up the planet.
They've had overall like great transitions. Like, okay, now we have Vegeta, who's just a dickhead and he just wants to Dragon Balls. Now we have Frieza, just racist that just wanted to blow up planets. Now we have Cell, just wants to be Goku and control the Earth, destroy it, whatever. And then we have Buu. It's like, I want to destroy the whole fucking universe. Like, the escalation is just so fucking Jurassic.
I think it's just like outside of that. It's like there's no personal stakes in the Buu Saga that makes you invested. Like, the reason why people like Cell, and as much as it's a small part of the Cell Saga, it's the fact that the characters you care about are going to die if they don't fight. And yes, you can say the same thing about the Buu Saga, but like with the Cell Saga, like it's Goku's fighting for his life out there. Gohan knows that he can do something about it and chooses not to. And then when it's too late, he's letting too many people die around him. he then finally does it, but
And
because
then
he's much of an ego, he has too much of a Saiyan ego, he lets Goku die.
They even say, no, we can't use the Spirit Bomb. And then at the very end, it's like, all right, we can use the Spirit Bomb. And it's like, I thought you just said we couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah, like, that's why
yeah,
people
that
like,
writing.
That's why people like the Cell Saga, bro. It's because there's just so much more personal interest in the characters than there is in the Buu Saga. And that has probably to do with the fact that, A, he doesn't really plan out his shit. We could be talking out of our ass. We're only taking one quote in context, but
in context with the whole series, like, it's only one really bad saga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know,
he could have. Who knows? The series was at that point probably $1 billion franchise. It wouldn't make any sense to me that he didn't have people really sitting down with him and being like, "Hey, man, let's like figure this shit." I know he's done it with Super for a fact because he doesn't write the manga. He has somebody else.
No,
write
he
it.
does. He does write. Or no, he has another.
Or does he
dude
have somebody
do the art?
No, he has the other dude doing an art. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he does the story, and I think the other dude doing art has like some lead weight, but not a lot.
I think it's because I don't know if he had a hand in the Super, at least in Super's writing. I feel like there's a point where he just stops writing for something, or he's not entirely involved.
I feel like he's at that point where he's just like,
because
you know,
it was such a big deal when
he
Broly
just wants a
came
paycheck.
out. Cause it was such a big deal when Broly came out because it was like Akira Toriyama wrote and drew for Dragon Ball Broly. Like that was like one of the biggest draws to it. So there had to be a point where he wasn't.
Well,
really
because now officially Broly would be canon because a lot of the Dragon Ball movies, I think at least the majority of all of them, like are not canon.
No, pretty much
thing about
every movie isn't canon.
Yeah, every movie isn't canon, and they're supposed to be like in an alternate timeline. Yeah. At least
I even remember in the Super manga,
I don't understand
it was just like at a certain point when they should be adapting what happened in the Broly movie. I think it literally just said, "Go watch the Broly movie, and then you'll be caught up." It's like what? Like I thought the manga was outside of even the Super. Anime.
That wasn't Super, wasn't it? Like after a certain, I think. It was after a certain arc where they said like, oh, later on they fight like a Saiyan, but that's a story for another time. Telling you to go like, go watch the movie. Yeah, I was like, okay, why bring it up?
But I know
the only 3 movies that are canon is Resurrection F, Battle of Gods,
Battle of Gods, and then
Broly. That's what's canon.
I know we're gonna talk on this very briefly because I never even finished it. It was just more of a curiosity thing, and then I couldn't watch it. GT. Again, only good thing, the only good saga out of it, and but that tolerable is the baby saga. Like that's the only one that's
baby's
tolerant. And then and that's why he's in the games and stuff.
Shenron's cool.
The good
idea behind him. The idea behind it is cool.
Again,
the overuse of the Dragon Balls.
That's the thing with GT. It's like it has really awesome ideas, and then the execution is just garbage. They just fumble the bag. It's like a million Buu sagas.
Well, to be honest, the one thing I do like about GT is Goku's character. To me, is a lot better than his character in Super.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get the set. Like, I actually get this because, all right, let's be honest. In Super, I never get the sense that Goku is really a master of his craft. Like, I still get the sense that he's just a battle-hardened idiot that just goes in there blind.
He just seems like he learned nothing. Out of all of
exactly,
he learned nothing at all, and then he just is like, all right, I'm back to my old dumb fighting self now. And it's just like,
in GT, you actually but in GT, you actually get the sense that this is a guy that has battled. He knows what he's doing. Like the biggest example of this, where we really see GT Goku's really show him being a veteran, was when he fights both Frieza and Cell in Hell. It's a goofy fight, yes, but it really does show that Goku doesn't lose his cool to the point where he's so experienced that his old villains are now clowns to him. I like that aspect of GT. They nailed that. Super, I don't know what they're doing.
Guys, it's funny when Goku says he's never kissed Chi-Chi. Come on.
I fucking hate that.
That was so
because that
hilarious.
makes Chi-Chi looks
Guys,
like
it's so
like,
funny. Guys,
like a
it's
villain.
hilarious. You didn't
Like,
laugh?
No, because
Guys,
this man has had
producers, They didn't
children.
laugh. They didn't laugh. They're fake Dragon Ball fans.
This man has had children, so that means
Okay.
Chi-Chi loves doing something to Goku. I don't know.
Okay,
if it's consensual or
hold
not.
up. There's a comic that I saw that to me is my personal headcanon to explain what really went on in that scene. And the comic goes like this, where like Goku's in the bed with Chi-Chi and he's just like, and she's like, ew, and he just put it in his mouth just like that? Yeah, and like Vegeta thought it was all weird, so am I supposed to mama bird you now? Ew, I don't know what those two are into. Like, to me, when you put it in that context, I was like, okay. It makes better sense now. Goku didn't quite understand what he saw. To him, it wasn't just a kiss. It looked like a bird feeding their young or something like that. So that, to me, is my headcanon to why Goku acted the way he did.
I understand, but like I think it's just played for jokes, and I totally get that. But, like, at the same time, it's just like he has children.
The writers for Super were just like, what do people like about Goku? Oh, he's kind of stupid. He's kind of stupid, and he's really good at fighting. All right, let's not
the only other
make
thing
him anything else.
I'll say about GT before we end GT, because this is as much GT deserves in conversation, is the way they handle Super Saiyan 4 is actually really cool, because he only shows up like 4 times, I believe, in the original series, and each time it's like a major event.
Isn't it like? Doesn't it also like require like some sort of like gamma radiation?
Bullshit? Like it's awesome design. That's why people love Super Saiyan 4, but not GT, and that's why it's in the video games and stuff like that. Like all the time, it's like, even though people hate GT, they still want the aspects they like of it, which is Baby and Goku Super Saiyan 4. And that's why he even makes an appearance. Well, it's Gotex in Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
What?
The one with the red hair, Gogeta. Like that's why
Super
that's
Saiyan 4.
even in there. Yeah,
they literally have both versions, Super Saiyan 4 and Blue. You can literally determine like it's so cool. They have separate intros and then separate defeat like scenes. If you're Goku Blue and you beat Super Saiyan 4, you get like a different ending, and same thing vice versa. It's really cool.
Yeah. But that's all I'll say about GT. All the praise I'll ever give it.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently the ending is really good, but I've never watched the ending, so I don't know.
It's a good ending. It's good because, like, once again, the idea that like the overuse of the Dragon Balls is come on, you guys have been using it for how many fucking years now?
Yeah.
Like there has to be some sort of consequence. Like at least logically, like they're like, you know, the monkey's paw thing. Like you can't continuously be wishing these things. There has to be some sort of consequence, and Omega Shenron is that consequence, and it's cool. And Goku then's like, but Goku's still like a child, so he's like he doesn't want his story to end, so he flies away and lives with Shenron or whatever the fuck, and then 150 years later or whatever the fuck, there's Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. fighting, and old man's like, oh my god, those are my great-great-grandkids out there. And then Goku is like, it's me, Goku, and then like it ends like as like an old like his regular
Hi
self.
Guys.
But it's okay.
But before we get into Super, because it's gonna be a complete shit fire, I just want to briefly it will be. They deserve to be acknowledged. Team 4-Star, just amazing. Just what got me back into Dragon Ball, pretty much after I finished up Kai before the Buu Saga thing. Like, you know, I came at it, I think at the middle or toward the end of the Frieza Saga when they did it. Just great comedy and stuff like that. You know, always fighting with Toei, however, which is still going on today with their footage, even though they have transformed it and stuff like that. It's unfortunate they do anything with the Boo Saga, but at the same time, they ended on such a high with the Cell Saga. I almost didn't even want to see it. You know what I mean?
It's almost like the original series should have done.
Should have ended there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even that last episode felt like such a farewell that like I almost didn't really want anything else. I mean, it's absolutely I do, because those guys are great at writing and they understand the characters. And even to some, that's like their first experience with Dragon Ball, which I believe is still completely valid because they totally understand the characters and stuff. It's just,
I mean, they're
their
a different
comedic spin on it.
interpretation. Yeah, it's a different interpretation of the characters because once again, like, if the different dubs like change the way the character is. Like,
yeah.
Goku is different in the English dub, is different in the Japanese dub, and is 100% different in the Team 4-Star dub. Same with Gohan, same with Vegeta. Like, they're all different characters.
My point is, it's still a good way to get,
it's a good interpretation. It's a good interpretation
of the story.
That's how they interpret the characters in a comedic way that also is still dramatically satisfying.
And they make those
the last episodes.
They make those movies more bearable to watch.
Oh yeah,
they shrink them down.
The I will never watch the movies.
I've seen a handful and like.
No, I've watched the original movies, of course, but like I'll never see Broly.
I don't understand
Broly.
why.
I'll never watch
Bio Broly was stupid.
I watched Bio Broly
stupid.
and it was so goddamn bad. But like,
who asked?
I don't understand how they kept fucking up the movies, because like, it's for some reason the pacing of those movies are even like the original Broly. The pacing is just awful. Like, I just don't care about anything until Broly shows up, and that's like with the Garlic movie.
What do you mean?
With BoJack. Like, just everything, just like, I don't understand the pacing. It's just like the beginning and middle are so slow and boring, and then toward the very end they start punching each other, and then I start getting an erection. But like, I could have gotten an erection before. You just didn't allow me to.
I said this best when the Broly movie came out in theaters, because I was working at movie theaters.
I could see Leon
my
being
manager,
like, I did not need to know that.
No.
My manager was like, why are you guys watching this cartoon? Like, who cares?
Oh.
I'm like, you don't understand. It's not just a cartoon. It's a Dragon Ball movie. And they're
It's
like,
an
what happens
anime.
in it? Like, what happens in it? Is it all just fighting? And we're like, yeah, that's all we came for. Who cares about this story? I don't give a shit.
And that
Akira Toriyama
pretty much shows
the entire
the
a long time
entire.
ago.
Yeah, facts. Right, right. What you just said, Peter, is pretty much the entire series. Who cares about the story?
And then they
like,
take Peter's concept of that, and they're just like, all right, let's make that into a TV show called Super.
All right.
Say it's not canon.
Oh, and also the fact they tried to make Master Roshi go toe-to-toe with Jiren. That... Why?
I mean, that's cool. That makes sense. Power levels are out the door. Didn't we just talk about who gives a shit about power levels? Just let things happen, bro?
See, the part about it is, though, that wasn't what made me upset. That wasn't what made me upset. It's what the character said afterwards that made me lose my mind. Was under like, oh, Jiren was holding back? He's like, oh, I never hold back when facing an opponent. I'm like, so you mean to tell me that Master Roshi was able to go toe-to-toe, at least for a little bit, against a full-powered Jiren? Get the out of here!
No, power levels are legit. No, Leon, power levels are legit.
Yeah, Leon, like,
yeah.
Get
Come on.
Nah.
Akira Toriyama even said so. He said so while he was taking a shit while someone was interviewing him. He's like, leave me alone. Yeah, I guess.
He's like, guys, let me work on a different series, please. I want to do a different.
I want to work on. Can I work on a Dragon Quest manga? No.
Yo, when are they gonna call me back for the Chrono Trigger? I'm really interested.
Oh my god, if he did Chrono Trigger like a manga, I would fucking cream. Anyways, Super. I think we could go on because I have little to say. You guys could duke it out. But Super.
Ultra Instinct is an asshole. Change my mind.
Battle of Gods and the introduction period is really cool. It sucks that the anime had to recap Resurrection F and Battle of Gods, even though it already fucking happened. Which, like, anime does that all the time. Like, even in the new Demon Slayer, like,
but
they
it was
literally
good.
recapped.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between what they did and what Super did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put bad art.
Yeah, and then
Like-
Mugen added to some of the scenes, added to some of the characters, especially Rengoku, to make his death a lot more impactful. Versus over like what? How many? Like half an hour? There were like 10 episodes. Half an hour, 10 episodes was 5 hours versus like a 2.5 hour movie. Like you get more, plus those 2 additional episodes at the beginning or the first additional episode. Where it's Rengoku, why he has like all these fucking snacks. Oh, it's because he fucking saved this little girl from dying to a demon because he's a fucking badass. Like, yeah,
Because he
cool.
is such a big pee-pee.
Not this clown shit of Go or Vegeta dancing for like 2 episodes, and like come
Oh
on,
my God.
on top of the bad animation, like.
So, how do you guys... Are you guys... I told Leon, I'm only caught up with the physical manga, but I don't care about spoilers. For Super, how do you feel how they did Goku Black in the manga versus the anime?
I don't know anything about the manga in terms of Black.
And, to be fair, I feel like the fan theory of what Goku Black really was a lot more interesting, which was basically Goten grew up to be evil. I thought that was way more interesting than what we got.
That is interesting.
Oh yeah,
Not what we got.
Reveal of why it's Goku Black and like all that bullshit with Zamasu is like it's a cool concept of a Kai going evil. But like, bro, why does he?
Again, the execution
be
just...
Goku. Come
Yeah,
on,
they
man.
could have
not
done
land.
it with any other character. They could come on now.
I feel like
no.
they do it a little bit better in the manga, from what I remember. I would have to reread it again because literally I read it like as the manga was coming out, so it's been a while. But I remember the anime just kind of dropping the bag with it. Like I don't even think I followed it weekly. Like I just kind of waited for it all to come out, and then I just like kind of watched it as I went.
The ending of that arc is like, well, Trunks, it looks like your universe is destroyed. You might as well invade somebody else's and try to coexist with another Trunks and another...
Not even that. Not even
So
that.
stupid.
What really got me was the Spirit Bomb sword that came out of flipping
Oh my
nowhere.
God. Oh.
What the hell was that?
That was such garbage.
Red sword!
Like, what was
Such
that?
utter trash. Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
There was no build up to that whatsoever. I was like, what was
Yo,
that?
It's stupid, but dude, Dragon Ball Fighters made that scene look so cool. When you
That
kill
is true,
Zamasu
that-
in
yeah.
the fight. When you
Yeah,
kill
yeah, yeah.
Zamasu, they make it so cool. Like
They
don't
do,
even
they do.
front. It's so cool, bro. Like they do it. Like that's the thing. Like there are a lot of cool moments. Like straight up, like Super has cool moments. Lots of cool moments. It's just everything in between is not cool.
I'll even go as far as to say, like, in the anime, it's a lot more entertaining than in the manga. Because in the manga, it feels like they just rush through it. Like, they don't even, like, during that, the Universal tournament arc, like, they just kind of rush through it. And, like, the whole bullshit with Roshi and shit like that. I will say the anime, though, is bullshit, too, because they were like, oh, yeah, this is all taking place within an hour. I'm like, no.
That's
no
nothing
way.
new,
Fuck.
though. Shut
No
up. You're
way.
the
That-
same
that
guy who
isn't
hates that
what?
25 episodes of Frieza. Shut up.
I do
mean-
hate that, though.
I mean, one, Peter's right, and two, if you look up on, I don't know if it's still up on YouTube, but YouTube had a whole thing where, like, they
You
showed
could
every
view the
single
whole thing within
scene.
an hour.
Yeah, it was, and the thing I liked about it is every time Hit used his powers, everything stopped, including the
Yeah.
timer while he did shit. That was a
little
nice
dope.
touch.
That was pretty dope, actually.
Oh, but okay, the Tournament of Power. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I liked. Okay, it's a give and take because with the Roshi thing, I did not like it only because of what it implied. The scene in general, a lot of people didn't like it. I didn't mind it because the thing about it is that it showed that Master Roshi's always been built up as a joke, but you need to understand.
I gotta go to the bathroom. You can continue on. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing about it that they did with Master Roshi, that because they always played him as a joke, is that he's a 300-year-old man filled with martial arts experience. He should be able to do some miniature form of Ultra Instinct. So him doing that against Jiren, I saw nothing wrong with. The only problem I had was that they hinted at the fact that Jiren was actually going all out against Roshi. And Roshi only got off with that much. That's what killed it.
That's the whole problem with like that Tournament of Power thing is like the powers and how like Goku and Vegeta are able to like continually say, we have no more ki left. We can't fight any longer. Can I take a nap? It's me, Goku. I wanna sleep for like 5 minutes. Is that okay? You guys cool with that? I'm gonna go to sleep. I might get unmastered Ultra Instinct up later. Just give me a 5, and then he goes to sleep. He literally is sleeping in the middle of the fight. Like no.
The thing, another aspect to it though, is that this is the difference between the manga and the anime. I know you didn't really read the manga, but like,
yeah.
The anime version is a textbook example of we're only going to focus on the main important characters. And why I say that is, with Universe 11, Jiren, Dispo, and that cat... Jiren, Dispo, and Topo. Those three. Those three are the only ones that are important in Universe 11, rather. And the rest of the characters from Universe 11 were a joke in the anime. In the manga, Universe 11... besides those three main characters, were actually a threat. Because when I think Kale was going berserk, they actually managed to fend off Kale. And were about to beat her too, in the manga. Because they actually had this thing called teamwork. So that's why I say the manga has some aspects that outclass the anime. Because like, literally when I saw the Universe 11, I was like, okay, I get Jiren is the GOAT. I get Topo's also the GOAT. I get Dispo's like a good sidekick for them, but what about the rest? They don't do anything. They don't do anything except become jokes. So in the manga, they actually made them more of a threat. So,
like it just it doesn't like it kind of just goes back to the whole like it doesn't help that like their focus is making, at least in the anime, their focus is making Goku the focus. Like, if you're not fighting Goku... Like, yes, they have other aspects of the fight. Like, there's fucking so many different fights going on, obviously. Mm-hmm. It's like, how many fucking people are fighting in this show? In that Tournament Power? But, like, at the end of the day, Goku needs to, like, be kicking ass and taking names. And he can't be killing... As awesome as it would be to see Goku killing everybody, he can't kill everybody. So you gotta select certain characters to make it more interesting. Like, him fighting, when he's is Kefla? Kefla. Yeah. Their fused name, like him, like that cool, like using the Kamehameha to slide on top of her dual blast to like beat her in the fight, and then Vegeta fighting Capo, and then Goku just continuously fighting Jiren the entire fight. Like, yeah, you have to keep that. You got to keep that show. You can't go over the amount of episodes. What, 151 was like their total, or 131.
But
something like that. I don't know.
see, the thing about it, I like how you say that because to go back into the whole manga aspect to it. Okay, so Universe 6, the Saiyans, besides what's Kaba? Besides Kaba, Kale and Khalifa, I didn't fuck with them. I'm gonna be blunt. I didn't fuck with them. I really didn't fuck with them, and like because they were getting too powerful too quickly to tango with Goku and Vegeta, which was ridiculous. Versus the manga where they actually had them fight Gohan, which to me way more reasonable, way more believable. Gohan went up against Kefla and was actually able. I think he was a double down, which to me was a better representation of what we got because literally Kale and Khalifa were giving Goku the work, who was in Super Saiyan God form. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't.
What?
Also, just how they dropped the bag with Jiren's character, just in general, just kind of fucking sucked. Like, he wasn't even really, like, a villain. You know what? Like, he just
he's just an obstacle in Goku's way. That's all he was.
He was an antagonist.
Bullshit. I don't even think they try in the anime. Or, sorry, in the manga. Like, they don't even try. In the anime, they definitely didn't try. They, like, have a flashback to him as a little... If I remember correctly, like a little kid, and he was like, "Oh boy!"
He's basically Space Batman. That's what he is.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Space Batman.
Yep.
The thing is, I like his characterization in the anime better than in the manga, because in the manga, he's the typical gym bro, where he's just all like, "Oh, I have all these muscles and I'm strong." You don't see much skill with him in the manga. You just see him using power, while in the anime. Has power, but you see him using the skill as well. So I feel like his representation in the anime way better than the manga. Way better.
I'm interested to see what they're gonna adapt because Super is coming back. Like if they pick up where the manga left off with the I forget the goat guy's name.
Isn't it
the
Mario?
Goat guy? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this arc right now. I haven't finished it yet. I'm having.
I mean, but first though, they're going to like do a recap of the Broly movie because they have to.
Oh my god!
Do that.
Oh shit! Oh,
because they have to.
They're not gonna do that. Really? No.
I really listen. It would not be beyond them too. It would not be beyond them. Don't even think for a sec. Because literally when Super was announced, we're like, oh, fuck yeah. And then it was like, by the way, we're doing Battle Gods and Resurrection F. And we're all like, how many episodes? They're like, I don't know, like 50? And we're all like, fuck. It's like the opposite of Moist Critical. It's like, no, baby, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, Super drops the ball at the beginning.
It's too kid-friendly, too. It feels very kid-friendly, whereas, like, Z felt like an evolution of Dragon Ball, where it was like, oh, we're about to get fucking violent right now. Whereas, like, there's something about Super that just seems like it's trying to appeal... I guess Z was trying to appeal to a younger audience, but you know what I mean? There's not a lot of edge. That's what I would say. There's not a lot of edge to it.
In Super?
I think you need to be... Super. I don't think it needs to, like, be...
Dragon Ball Z had like a certain amount of edge to it, though. You know what I mean? Whereas Super, I feel like I don't know how to put it into words, but I feel like it's lacking that edge that Z had. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
it's not. It doesn't feel mature. It doesn't feel mature.
Then again, like when Z first started out, it's like, oh shit, characters can fucking die, but then later as it went on, it was like, oh yeah, they're dead. Let's just
death means nothing.
Yeah. Death literally means nothing. That's the biggest problem in the Dragon Ball universe is death actually means nothing.
No, so there's no stakes.
Unless if Goku decides to stay dead,
there was okay, so let's not confuse edge with stakes, because as far as stakes go, Dragon Ball Super definitely did have stakes. That's exactly
what I mean. Yeah.
They had stakes, but in terms of the edge that Jack is talking about, I gotta be real, I agree with him. They're not there, but that's mainly because in the anime they did a lot of callbacks to Dragon Ball, the original series. Like the amount of callbacks is like, to be honest, the Tournament of Power could also be considered fan service. It really could be considered fan service with the amount of callbacks they had.
Yet it still made fans mad.
It's Super is a tough one. It's like it's good. It has really good parts.
It's like with the manga, I'm not excited, but like I still feel like I need to follow it. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm just
it's the burrito of Dragon Ball. Super is the extension of Dragon Ball Z. That
not nearly as bad, but like still,
it doesn't. Unbearable. It didn't need to be made. Mm-hmm. It does some pretty good things, but does some pretty bad things.
Like I would have even preferred like they just did as Heroes, like because in the West, at least for us, we don't have a lot of Heroes games or whatever, and Heroes is outside of continuity, so you could do whatever the fuck you want. You could have like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks in like the same scene, and no one's gonna bat a fucking eye. You know what I mean? Just have fun. If you want that fan service, just have that. But like Super's trying to be that fan service, and also be part of the chronology, and it just kind of doesn't work. Now, what I will say is Super is, I mean, I love Beerus. You know, Beerus is awesome. His assistant is escaping.
Whis.
Whis is awesome. Just like his concept overall, like he's probably the most powerful being right now, at least. And like yet he barely even fights. Like that, I remember that moment. Me and Leon were watching Super Broly when it was in theaters, and like for a brief moment, like Whis was fighting Broly, or at least dodging him.
Not even, yeah. Whis was like,
everyone was just like, "Oh shit! Woo! Oh shit!" But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I don't really know what else to say about the manga. I mean, it's there.
It's good for people that like Dragon Ball. It's good for people that like Dragon Ball. You want more
I love Dragon Ball.
Exactly.
But unlike Burrito, like you actually want to see what happens.
Oh my god, I've said it on this podcast so many times. I've told you this so many times in person. Mm-hmm. Those first 20 seconds of the first episode of Boruto
cool.
is so badass. And then for 300 episodes, we get this bullshit slice of life, and I'm your slice of life guy. I love slice of life.
The only thing at the time that was like there was only one volume of the manga out, and they're like, yeah, let's make a whole anime adaptation. It's like, can you wait? Can you wait a little bit? But even, I mean, I haven't read the manga, so I have no idea if it's any good or not.
I mean, there was no wait. Naruto was an epic cash cow, and when they ended it, they needed something to catch on like immediately. There was no waiting, especially since
at least Bleach knew when to go away. Bleach was like, all right, we good for a little bit.
Bleach was canceled. Bleach was canceled.
I meant the manga, you dipshit. But also, people are more hyped. People are more hyped over the anime now than they have ever have been. Like, people shit talk Bleach so much that I fucking know for a fact that when it comes out, people are gonna be like, oh man, I've been such a Bleach fan through and through. It's like, no, you weren't. You were here from the fucking beginning through all of the fucking Arranca
JJ sounds like the guys that say the Amazing Spider-Man was really good. Like, you see the way he's talking?
It wasn't.
I hate those people that say that, bro. The people who say that are such clowns. Totally line themselves.
Well,
even you have trashed Bleach,
Spider-Man.
And like I know for a fact.
Amazing Spider-Man? No, we're not having this conversation. No.
I mean, not more than Sam Raimi. Don't misunderstand. Not more than Sam Raimi, but I thought because his fight scenes are a lot more entertaining. They made him more spider-like, and like you could actually see the actual fight choreography and work.
Still stand by this for a fact that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, as he is presented and acted, is a more comic book accurate Spider-Man than we have ever seen on screen. That we have probably ever seen, especially the costume. However, the films that he stars in is trash. But the crazy thing is, this isn't about Spider-Man. This is about Dragon Ball. I don't even know why you dragged me through the dirt about this, you fucking idiot. You fucking dumb. Anyways, let's go back to talking about Bleach and how it's coming back. Holy goddamn shit.
Shut the fuck up. Anything else on Super? I mean, again, I think my thoughts are just, if you like Dragon Ball, you got more Dragon Ball.
What about Hit?
Yeah.
How do you guys think about Hit?
Hit is awesome. I really like the introduction of Hit. Hit is actually a dope character. He's not, I'm trying to remember anime and manga, the differences. I think he's better in the manga. Or no, he's better in the anime. He's got a lot more to do in the anime than he does the manga. I think the manga, he only like fights Goku like once. I don't even remember.
In the anime, yeah, they don't show the rematch. They don't show the rematch, but yeah, he's an awesome good character. He's a glass cannon. He's a character that requires more on skill and technique. He's not the typical, I'm just gonna scream and yell and get roided up and whatnot. No, his thing is just skill, technique. He goes for the weak points. I really like this character. He's like the complete antithesis to Goku and Vegeta, and it works. It just works.
Yeah, if anything, I want him to stick around more.
It's too
than
much. 2 hours.
Any other character.
You have to watch your show.
You know what I mean? That was introduced. But I mean, overall about Dragon Ball, the series has its faults, but I've grown up with it. I love it to death. I love the manga. I love, you know, the anime. My favorite is Kai, obviously, with the superb dub acting and stuff like that. And like, the manga is really great. If you are a Dragon Ball fan but yet have read or watched the original Dragon Ball, it's really good. It's more comedic, but you know, if you need more Dragon Ball right now, why not go to the past? But overall, flawed series, but near and dear to my heart. And like, I could forgive it for a lot of things because it's just been there from the get-go. You know, characters are just so awesome. Vegeta's amazing. Frieza's amazing villains, amazing characters. Even though some are put to the sidelines and later on stuff. But yeah, I mean, I love Dragon Ball, and I hope it never goes away. Actually, I hope it ends soon, but it never will, so I might as well just say I'm here for the ride.
Dragon Ball, it is what it is. It's the godfather of a lot of shonen animes, if not practically all of the shonen animes. Even non-shonen animes, you could probably find at least one thing that harkens back to Dragon Ball. It's just that popular. Even in American cartoons, you'd be seeing a lot of references to Dragon Ball. It's just that good, but we gotta take off the rose-colored glasses for a second and really look at it for what it is, which I've told Jack this before, like years ago. You need to appreciate what Dragon Ball is. And what Dragon Ball is, it is action porn. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. That's all it will ever be. That's it. But that's fine. Yeah, no. But that is absolutely fine.
For your fix, if that's your fix, that's the place to be.
Exactly. Now, if you want animes with like actual deep stories or something like that, Dragon Ball ain't the one. I'm sorry. One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, heck, go back and read Bleach before it comes back out again. Catch up. Like, trust me, there are better anime story-wise than Dragon Ball. But if you just want the mindless action, there you go. You can do worse than Dragon Ball.
You could
I agree with both your sentiments. I nothing to add there. You guys pretty much hit it on the nail there.
All right. Well, with all that being said, I think this is a great place to conclude Anime on the Rocks, episode 3. Sorry we couldn't be in person again. Me and Peter have suffered through COVID and stuff, but hopefully, maybe, I don't know when, but we will go back to live action eventually. Yeah, I don't know when. You know, the world right now, we're not sure, but I don't know if it'll be the next episode or the episode after, but we will eventually get back to the live action stuff. But right now, we're doing this, and we hope you enjoyed this Dragon Ball exclusive anime. Comment below if you want us to do another exclusive kind of podcast like this where we just talk about one show or something like that. Might be a little bit harder because there's more going on with Dragon Ball. Like, don't like say some shit like I don't know, like Erased or something where like it's literally 12 episodes. There's not a lot to go off of. You know, like if you are gonna recommend something with a long vast history, like maybe One Piece, and then we'll definitely have Gentleman Snark back to talk about One Piece.
Clannad. No, I'm the One Piece guy, bro.
We're not allowed. We're not allowed. Fuck them bitches. They're just so fucking stupid.
I'm your One Piece guy. I'll have a One Piece thing. I will gladly come on and talk to death about One Piece. That show. That is my manga right there. I love it.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll go around with plugins. I will plug in my stuff. I have a separate channel from this. It's called Sinister Sheep. I will be releasing a video by the time this is uploaded. It will definitely be up, called Books I Read in 2021, where basically I go through all the books I read over the year and what I think about them. I rank them and stuff like that, so make sure to check that out. And then obviously on this channel, Black Hudson, we have skits coming out right now. Again, because of COVID, we're kind of like slowing down the uploads, but once everyone's back and healthy, because I think Markeith might have COVID now too, so uploads are definitely going to slow down.
God damn.
So, you know, we don't know when anything's going to be uploaded, but just stick with us. And thank you guys so much for sticking around and stuff. And make sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. Anyways, Peter, I've been talking way too long. Plug in your shit.
Just look me up at Offline Studios, and of course we sell dirt, and as well on all of JJ's socials as well.
Gentlemen, start.
Okay, my stuff. Okay, so I mainly am just doing Twitch stuff at the moment. Twitch.tv/nerdent. Right now I'm playing with my bro. We are playing Dying Light, zombie game. It's actually pretty fun. We die a lot, so if you want to see that, come through. Be plenty of that. Also, I'll be finishing a playthrough of AI, the Somnium Files. I'm actually getting close to finishing that the entire game. I'm on the last story, so be sure to follow us on twitch.tv/nerdents to get all that kind of stuff and updates or whatnot, and they'll be on YouTube, which I'll link there if you go to the Twitch page. But that's it for me.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching Anime and They Rocks, Episode 3. See ya.
Later.